Our group was assigned L'Oreal, which is the largest cosmetic company in the world. After acquiring Yusai in 2004, China became one of the company's largest markets. In this presentation, we will examine the environment, brand, and marketing communication of L'Oreal in China.
I will begin looking at the demographic characteristics of China. In 2011, China had a population of about 1,347,000,000 people. In terms of population growth, current projections estimate the population to be around 1.4 billion people in 2020. However, it is estimated to start falling by 2030 and could be well below 1 billion again by 2060. Although China is still the world's most populous country, it is set to lose this status to India around 2025. Gender distribution in China is 51% male, 49% female, and the average family household size in 2010 was 3.10 persons per household. Like many Western countries, China faces a problem of an aging population. The median age is an estimated 36 years in 2013, which is relatively old for an emerging market. In terms of urbanization, 51% of China's population was recorded as living in cities and towns, and the remaining 49% in rural areas. Between 2000 and 2010, the urban population grew from 36% of the total population to just below 50%. Continued urbanization is an important factor in developing the retail market in China, creating more new population concentrations with significant incomes and spending power that are viable target markets for L'Oreal. Now let's look at the economic factors in China. China is currently the world's second largest economy and is maintaining robust growth. GDP grew by 7.8% in 2012. This increase came after 7 consecutive quarters of slowing growth in GDP. In 2012, middle-income households constituted 13.4% of all urban households. This is equivalent to approximately 30 million households, or around 100 million people. Incomes in middle-class populations are growing healthily. As a result, consumers are buying more expensive, better quality products. China's retail sales are ranked number 2, growing 14% in 2012 and 7 times the size of those of India. China's retail scene has been opened up to foreign investment for many years, and the best foreign retailers, such as Walmart, have adapted to local conditions and consumer demands. China is no longer just a manufacturing giant. Following the global economic slowdown in 2008, China's economy has been undergoing a shift in emphasis from export manufacturing and towards domestic consumption. Looking at the legal and political environment, the government in China is laying down policies to boost income scales, especially in rural China, raising more people out of poverty and into significant consumption. This is important to L'Oreal as more consumers are now able to buy basic household consumer goods. In addition, the government is also encouraging middle-class shoppers to consume more. These environmental factors are important for L'Oreal as robust economic growth and rapid urbanization will make it easier for L'Oreal to reach consumers.
Culture is very important to the citizens of China. Over the years, the standard of beauty has changed dramatically. In the 50s and 60s, makeup was strictly banned and women were expected to seem androgynous. However, in the 70s, makeup was reintroduced and the people were able to express their art through their makeup. Now women want the best beauty products that will keep their skin pale and smooth. Skincare that has skin-preserving qualities is the most desired. L'Oreal has been working towards creating skincare lines that will keep their customers happy. The environment in China is vastly different all over the country. There is everything from lakes and rivers to mountains and valleys. China is so large that it expands over 5 different time zones. However, they have abandoned these zones and have only one standard time zone. This time is locally called Beijing time and nationally called China Standard Time. The geography is so vastly different because it spans over 9.6 million square kilometers. China has a population of 1.37 billion people, and most of the population lives in the eastern third of the country.
L'Oreal is the largest cosmetic company in the world and has performed very well in the Chinese markets. China represents the company's third largest market, behind the United States and France. In 2014, the company saw its revenue rise 7.7% in China to reach $2.3 billion. There has been steady growth in China for 18 consecutive years, with the country contributing about 8% of the company's annual sales worldwide. In 2014, the growth rate of men's care products under L'Oreal was 3 times that of the average market growth rate in China. L'Oreal recently completed the acquisition of Magic Holdings International, a Chinese facial mask company. The acquisition created a huge competitive advantage for L'Oreal as it has made their brand portfolio richer and more balanced. It is expected to help bring in millions of new customers in China. Another strength of L'Oreal's brand in China is their research and development center. Over $300 billion have been invested into the center over the past 10 years of its operation. The Chinese center is the largest owned by L'Oreal in the Asia-Pacific region. L'Oreal also faces some weaknesses in the Chinese market. The company must combat counterfeits as China is the primary source of counterfeit goods. These goods deprive the company of revenue and can be damaging to the brand's image. Additionally, the cosmetics industry is a highly segmented market in China. Some of L'Oreal's top competitors in China include Procter & Gamble, Shiseido, and Estee Lauder.
L'Oreal China has found much success when promoting products through Chinese social media. China's total internet population is roughly 668 million, with 221 million in blog usage, 117 million in bulletin board sites, 176 million in social media network sites, and 594 million in mobile apps.
L'Oreal has a big product portfolio in China, so its target markets vary a lot depending on the brand. Here are some examples of L'Oreal's potential target markets in China. To start off with, L'Oreal Luxe, the luxury brand division, is now targeting the next generation of luxury consumers, meaning that L'Oreal is very attentive to the needs and desires of the post-1980s generations of demanding luxury buyers in China. Secondly, L'Oreal also sees the rising middle-class females, especially those under 30 years old, as a very potential market in China. More recently, L'Oréal Paris has started to target a younger audience with lower prices and better quality products in response to pulling Garnier out of the Chinese market. Next, shortly about the positioning of L'Oréal's brands in China. All in all, L'Oréal's main focus is to cater to the needs of the Chinese, placing the consumer at the center of the whole process. As a part of their positioning strategy, the company also wants to highlight the European origin of the L'Oréal brand. Here are some more specific examples. L'Oréal Paris is positioned to meet the class of people that want luxury but affordable cosmetics. L'Oréal Paris wants to appeal to both the rising middle class and the younger generation whose income doesn't allow them to shop for skincare at high-end malls but who still want to buy cosmetics from abroad. Instead, L'Oréal Luxe brands like Yves Saint Laurent, Lancôme, Giorgio Armani, and USI are positioned as premium and luxury cosmetics brands in China. Next on, we are going to move on to cover some of the communication themes that L'Oréal has in China. So to begin with, L'Oreal emphasizes localization in both the product lines and advertising. L'Oreal's product lines in China are designed to cater to the needs of Chinese women, and L'Oreal really emphasizes this in their advertising and marketing. As mentioned before, L'Oreal has research centers in Shanghai, which are responsible for the new designs and innovations that target the whole Asian market. One good example of localization of the product lines is USI, which is the only local brand in L'Oreal's product portfolio in China. USI products are based on traditional Chinese medicine, and through the USI brand, L'Oreal showcases its knowledge of Chinese consumers and emphasizes that the brand is invented in China for China. To continue with, L'Oreal focuses on creating engagement through social media. L'Oreal really is the pioneer in digital and social marketing in China. Its brands have established engaging strategies that have won them leadership in social networks. A good example of L'Oreal's success on creating this engagement is the Rose Beauty website by Lancome Community, which is the leading community dedicated to luxury beauty in China. On this platform, the Chinese consumers can talk and exchange ideas, likes and dislikes, tips, and a lot more. And as we have learned, celebrity endorsement is a huge thing in China, and L'Oreal also uses a lot of celebrities and key opinion leaders in order to attract consumers. For example, Lancome uses the British actress Emma Watson as the endorser. The Chinese public really like her because she has a pretty face, she symbolizes purity, and she embodies the ambitions of the Lancome brand well. Lancome also uses key opinion leaders, and they have succeeded in drawing many consumers to discover their products thanks to well-known beauty bloggers like Michelle Phan, who they have chosen to review and talk about their products. L'Oreal also uses the famous Chinese movie star Fan Bingbing as the face of L'Oreal Paris. She is a beauty icon in China and is often praised as one of the most beautiful women in China. This is an example of L'Oreal's ads with the local celebrity Fan Bingbing.
Next, I will talk about some of the ways in which L'Oreal China has utilized marketing of the brand through various media mediums. First, Makeup Genius. In 2014, China launched the mobile app Makeup Genius to let women virtually try on cosmetics. This was very successful in the Chinese market because, as I have already mentioned, the mobile market is very popular in China. It also allowed curious young women to try out heavier makeup, which is still uncommon in China. Next, L'Oreal's Shake the Smartphone. L'Oreal's Maybelline brand sponsors a TV makeover show called Cinderella, which appears on traditional Chinese state television, CCTV. During the show, people would see a message on the screen telling them to shake their smartphones. When they followed through, a page would pop up on their phones offering a tutorial video of the makeover looks people saw on the screen. Finally, men's personal grooming products are growing in popularity in China. Seeing an opportunity to boost the brand, L'Oreal inserted an avatar of popular male singer-actor Jing Boran into a popular game on WeChat called Cool Run Every Day. Players received coupons for their participation.